You are carrying a weight right now that you were never meant to hold. I can feel the tension in the way you are listening to this, the quiet exhaustion resting just behind your eyes. Your mind has been racing, perhaps since the moment you woke up, or perhaps it has been a low, steady hum of worry keeping you awake in the dark. You do not need to hide that exhaustion here. You do not need to pretend that everything is perfectly fine or that you have it all figured out. Just stay with this moment. Let your breath slow. Notice the physical space you're in. Let your shoulders drop away from your ears. Release the tension in your jaw. You are safe right now. In this exact second, there is nothing you need to fix, nothing you need to solve, and nothing you need to defend. We spend so much of our lives trying to outrun the fear of the future. We build walls of overthinking, hoping that if we just analyze every possible outcome, we can protect ourselves from pain. But that overthinking is not a shield. It is a heavy, suffocating blanket that steals your peace. God did not create your mind to be a battleground. He did not design your heart to be a reservoir for panic. The anxiety you feel in your chest, that tightness that tells you something is about to go wrong, it is a liar. It is a false prophet trying to convince you that you are alone in this story. But you are not alone. There is a presence with you right now. Closer than your own breath, softer than the morning light. God is leaning in. He is not standing far off with a clipboard, waiting for you to get your emotions under control. He is sitting beside you in the mess of your racing thoughts, offering a quiet, steady hand. The book of Psalms reminds us that He makes us lie down in green pastures. He leads us beside quiet waters. He restores our soul. Notice the gentleness in those words. He does not force us. He does not drag us. He leads us. He invites us. The invitation right now is simply to lay down the illusion of control. You cannot hold the entire world together, and the beautiful truth is that you do not have to. The sun will rise, the earth will turn, and the grace of God will sustain you whether you are worrying or resting. Choose the rest. Allow your heart to rest. Give yourself permission to step off the battlefield for a little while. The world will keep spinning without your constant supervision. Think about the things that are pressing heavily on your mind right now. The conversations you wish went differently, the financial pressures, the health concerns, the relationships that feel fragile. Imagine gathering them up in your hands. Feel the weight of them. Now, open your hands. Let them rest there, untethered. You are handing them over to someone whose shoulders are infinitely broader than yours. You do not have to have the answers today. God is entirely comfortable with your unresolved questions. He is not threatened by your uncertainty. He is the author of time, and He has already walked into the tomorrow you are so afraid of. He is standing there, preparing a place of peace for you. Breathe in deeply, filling your lungs with the quiet reality of His grace. Breathe out the heavy, frantic energy of fear. Remain here for a moment. Feel the physical sensation of the ground supporting you, the chair holding you, the bed beneath you. You are held. You are anchored. The storm may be raging outside, the winds of uncertainty may be howling, but inside this moment, inside the shelter of His presence, you are completely untouched. Let the stillness wash over you. Let the gentle voice of the Creator remind you that you are deeply loved, entirely known, and completely safe. As we move deeper into this quiet space, I want you to look at the thoughts that keep returning to haunt you. Those relentless loops of what if and if only. They circle around your mind like unsettled dust. We are going to let that dust settle now. We are going to look at the core truth that dismantles every anxious thought trying to govern your mind. The truth is simple, yet it changes everything. God's love for you is not dependent on your performance, your perfection, or your ability to keep everything together. You do not have to earn your peace. Peace is not a reward for having a flawless day. It is a gift freely given to a weary heart. Consider the lilies of the field. They do not toil, they do not spin, they do not spend their nights wide awake wondering how they will grow or where their water will come from. They simply exist, and the Father clothes them in beauty. You are worth so much more than the flowers of the field. The anxiety trying to convince you that you must figure everything out is a heavy burden, but Jesus said, "My yoke is easy, and my burden is light." If the burden you are carrying feels crushing, it is not from Him. It is time to set it down. When fear whispers that the future is a dark, terrifying place, recognize it as a shadow. A shadow has no substance. It cannot hurt you. It only distorts the shape of reality. God is light, and in him there is no darkness at all. When you walk with him, the future is not a void of terror, it is a landscape of unfolding grace. You might not see the whole road. You might only have enough light for the very next step. That is completely okay. You do not need a map for the next 5 years. You only need the trust to take the next breath, make the next gentle decision, and lean into the presence that walks beside you. Let your mind absorb this. You are not responsible for holding the universe together. Let the muscles in your back relax. Let the tension drop from your hands. You are allowed to be small. You are allowed to be human. You are allowed to not know what to do next. In your weakness, his strength is made absolutely perfect. Your lack of knowing is simply the empty cup he wants to fill with his wisdom. Do not fight the uncertainty. Accept it, and then hand it over. Tell him quietly in your own heart, I do not know how to fix this, but I know you are with me. This simple act of surrender is incredibly powerful. It breaks the cycle of anxiety. Anxiety feeds on the desire for control. When you willingly release control to the creator of the universe, anxiety starves. It loses its grip on your chest. It loses its volume in your mind. The loud, demanding voice of panic is replaced by the still, small voice of peace. A peace that does not make logical sense. A peace that surpasses all understanding. It guards your heart. It guards your mind. Stay with this feeling of release. Let it settle into your bones. The rush of adrenaline is fading. The gentle rhythm of grace is taking over. Lord, we come to you right now with open hands and tired hearts. We ask for your gentle spirit to fall fresh upon the person listening to this right now. You know exactly what they have been carrying. You see the silent tears, the invisible burdens, the heavy thoughts that no one else understands. We bring it all to you. We lay it down at your feet. We ask for a deep, washing wave of emotional healing to flow through their mind. Where there is frantic noise, bring a profound and settling silence. Where there is sharp fear, bring the soft, comforting warmth of your presence. Lead us to the still waters. Let the turbulence of the day dissolve into the calm surface of your love. You are a shelter from the bitter wind. When the world demands too much, when the expectations are too high, let this soul run into the strong tower of your name and find absolute safety. Wrap them in a peace that feels like soft morning light breaking through a long, dark night. You are the solid rock beneath their feet. When everything else feels like shifting sand, when relationships change and circumstances fluctuate, you remain the same. Yesterday, today, and forever. We ask for the healing of deep inner wounds, the places where anxiety first took root, the moments of past trauma or disappointment that taught this mind to always be on high alert. Lord, speak tenderly to those hidden places. Breathe life into the areas of the heart that have gone numb from stress. Let your living water flow into the dry, exhausted corners of their spirit. Wash away the residue of guilt. Wash away the lingering shame that tells them they are not doing enough. They are enough simply because they are yours. Let the rhythm of their breathing match the rhythm of your grace. Slow, steady, constant, unfailing. We ask that you would intercept every lie the enemy tries to plant in their thoughts. When a thought of fear arises, let it immediately meet the shield of your truth. Give them the gentle authority to recognize what is not from you, and the strength to let it simply pass by without giving it a home in their mind. They do not have to entertain every fearful thought that knocks on their door. Hold them close. Let them feel the reality of your embrace. Let the physical symptoms of worry, the tight chest, the restless legs, the shallow breathing, melt away under the warmth of your healing touch. Substitute the spirit of heaviness with a garment of praise and quiet joy. Let them taste the sweetness of your rest, a rest that reaches down into the very marrow of their bones, a rest that repairs, restores, and renews. Keep them hidden in the shadow of your wings. Hear this truth and let it settle deeply into your identity. Fear does not have authority over you. Panic does not govern your mind. Anxiety does not define who you are. You are a child of the Most High, bought with a price, loved beyond measure, and held by a hand that has never dropped anyone. The fear you felt earlier today, or the dread you felt about tomorrow, is not your permanent residence. It is only passing weather. You are the sky, grounded and eternal, and this storm is already breaking. I declare peace over your mind right now. I declare a spiritual ceiling over your thoughts and your emotions. Let the heavy doors of your heart close to worry and lock firmly against despair. Let nothing enter your spirit but that which is pure, lovely, and wrapped in grace. The future you are walking into is already occupied by the goodness of God. He has gone before you to make the crooked path straight. You do not need to brace for impact. You can walk forward with open, relaxed hands, trusting that provision will be there exactly when you need it, and not a moment before. As you step away from this time of quiet, carry this sanctuary with you. You do not leave God's presence when this ends. You carry His presence into whatever you do next. If you are going to sleep, let your sleep be deep, sweet, and uninterrupted by the cares of the world. If you are starting your day, walk with a slower, more deliberate pace, knowing you are protected from all sides. When the loud rush of the world tries to pull you back into the current of stress, remember the still waters. Remember the slow breath. Remember that you belong to a kingdom of peace. This peace is yours. Claim it. Guard it gently, not with anxious striving, but with quiet trust. You are fully seen. You are deeply loved. You are perfectly safe. If this time of prayer brought peace to your heart, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who is quietly carrying a heavy burden today. God is always speaking. Let us continue to listen together,